Hello friends, Teo here, and welcome to another exciting episode of Harvest Moon: The Lost Valley. Here we go. I'm having fun playing so far. This part of the game is actually, this is a lot of the game is like this is like just messing with terraforming. But later on, there's a lot more stuff to do with your farm. Right now, we have the tiniest little patch of broccolis. We haven't even planted our spinach yet, or the other way around. We have the tiniest little plot of spinach, and we haven't even planted the broccoli yet. So hopefully soon we can get some more going, but I think it takes a while actually before much opens up. Now we get to meet Sam. There's no music. Somebody's is around. He talks weird. Sam, I kind of like Sam. I kind of don't like Sam. Writing for characters in this kind of game, I'm sure, is really hard. And they give him like a weird like accent, which I'm not good at understanding accents, so like I don't know what kind of accent it's supposed to be, but yeah, so he's got the accent. Then he's also like this very stereotypical salesman, pushy, kind of scummy guy. And I think that writing a character in a game like this, where you don't really get a lot of chance to really develop the character, all of their personality has to come out in little things like this. And so if you don't do it enough, the characters are really bland and they don't seem to have any personality at all. But like this, he accidentally says he wants to cheat you again, and then corrects himself to meet you again. But he's saying it in his weird accent at the same time. So all of this, it just feels like they're really trying to push that personality that they want him to have, and it just feels a little overboard. And I don't know really how to hit the right balance, because I'm not a writer or anything. I think in the end, I would prefer a character like Sam than a character with no personality. Let's see. Does he sell the spinach and broccoli? So we need to plant the flowers. What did he give us? Pink pansy seeds and 10 of them. So flowers seems to be the most important thing. That's what's listed on our stuff we're supposed to do for the goddess. We do have room right here at the top. We're not going to be terraforming this space, so we'll go ahead and plant our things right here. Right, that's 5. Yeah, so we'll do 2 rows of 5. And it's snowing again, so we don't have to water. That's nice. But yeah, other than planting these flowers, we're gonna pretty much have the same goals as we had yesterday. So what I was talking about yesterday was how I'd like to start self-improvement journey. I haven't really started this self-improvement journey yet. Well, I have. The first thing I did was I started taking my medicines again. But we'll talk about that specifically in a later video. What I want to talk today is about social health. And I think that, a lot of people will tell you, you need to surround yourself with positive people and positive things and blah, blah. I don't like when people say blah, blah, but I just said it and I'm kind of annoyed with myself. But, people will say that. And, I think that is really important. Because I think that when you're around negativity all the time, you feel very negative. And recently, just within the last couple of days, I made the choice to start surrounding myself with less negativity. And this is hard because one of the hardest decisions I had to make, and I thought about it a lot for over a week, actually. I was thinking about it, and I ended up cutting out a really toxic friendship that I had. And I think it's hard to judge those kinds of things because, it's not like all relationships are just 100% toxic or 100% healthy. There's a blend of healthy and toxic things within every relationship. Even really good relationships probably have some kind of qualities that you could identify as toxic. But really good relationships, those are usually so minimal, that, and there are things you can work on and stuff like that. Like, it's not just like, but this was a relationship, this was a friendship that I had that I realized was really bringing me down, that I was stressed about this relationship outside when I wasn't interacting with this person, and the kind of like ongoing stress and frustration I had from interacting with this person was causing me to be more irritable outside of interacting with them, and I was getting in little arguments with my partner more, she's like picking fights online and stuff, and because this was a very argumentative person, and it was really hard to actually argue with them. So I would avoid arguing with them and then just argue with other people. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and I don't want to really talk about the negative parts of it, but I do want to talk about that sometimes you have to make those decisions for yourself, and it's been a few days now, and I'm already starting to see some improvements in my life, and I'm not as irritable now, and sometimes I even still do feel the stress, because this was a relationship that caused me stress in a lot of different ways, and sometimes I will still worry about an interaction that might happen with this person in the future, but that's not actually going to happen because they don't have a way. This was a purely online relationship, so they have no way to like contact me or interact with me anymore. I'm sure they could find a way, but basically the kind of stuff I'm worried about happening is things that aren't going to happen because I'm not interacting with them anymore. But I still like have those worries. It's very strange. But I've noticed, I'm more just thinking more positively and more willing to enjoy the things that I enjoy and stuff like that. And without going into a lot of details, it's really hard to explain. But the things that were affecting me negatively are affecting me less now. And so I'm really happy about that. And hoping that it will continue to improve going forward. And we're almost full on soil. We can dig one more. But Another thing I really want to work on is to get away from toxicity online. And I have done things to work on this in the past. I did get rid of Facebook, which was that's a very toxic place in general. Most social media tends toward toxicity. There are positive things about social media. You know, I'm not gonna be one of those like doomers who says, you know, all social media is evil and destroying society or something. But my experiences with social media were mostly negative. So I, particularly Facebook, was super negative to me. So I just up and quit. And that was really nice. You kind of have like a weird like withdrawal period doing that kind of stuff, but I really recommend if you feel yourself getting too addicted to a specific social media platform, or you're just seeing lots of draining and toxic content on there, because Facebook, you know, it's not only do you see a lot of negative and sometimes hateful content, you know, or just content that frustrates you or just makes you feel uncomfortable in some kind of way. You see a lot of that on Facebook, and then it's people you know posting that stuff on Facebook, and that makes it feel even worse. And so I just didn't want to do it anymore. And for a long time, I really held on to Facebook because it was like my only contact with a lot of people. You know, so I did have to kind of give up some, not close friendships or anything, but, you know, some kind of give up contacts with some old friends that I didn't really talk to that much anyway. But, you know, it's kind of sad to lose that like last note of contact. But yeah, I think it's really worth it to get rid of that kind of stuff if you can. So if that's something that you feel is causing you some strife, and you're looking for a step you can take to surround yourself with more positivity, I would say get rid of Facebook. You know, or if you're on other social media, you know, Instagram can be like that. I don't really use Instagram. I don't really use a lot of social media, but my big one right now is Reddit. And Reddit is causing me a lot of problems. And it's kind of like Facebook, and that like I see a lot of negativity and toxicity on there. You know, almost everything is some kind of like argument or something. Like, it's just like there's just lots of negativity on Reddit. I mean, there is some positive stuff on Reddit, and there are communities that keep it more positive. I really like the Tamagotchi community on Reddit. Harvest Moon is pretty good. You know, so maybe my next step should be like more closely curating my feed, because I don't want to get rid of Reddit altogether, but I do need to stop using it so much, and I need to stop interacting with the negative content. That's a big problem that I have, because I will see an argument or something, and it'll be something that I feel strongly about, and then I'll want to like comment on it, and then I'll do some of that, and then I'll kind of just be in that mood and that mode of wanting to argue and or comment or just make my dumb little opinions known that aren't really that important to anyone, and probably causing someone else some kind of stress. And, you know, I'll just start commenting and bickering and nitpicking and, you know, just making little comments that I really shouldn't be making. And it's just drawing more negativity to myself. It's putting me in a worse mood. And not only is it putting me in a worse mood, but then later on I could go back to Reddit with no intention of doing anything like that, but then I have notifications, and those notifications are comments on my negativity that are also negative, and then it brings me right back into that zone. And I really I need to move away from that. That's definitely something I need to work on. And we'll actually continue this topic next time, because I'm talking about cutting out negativity, and right now, and I pretty much covered what I wanted to talk about with that. Always save multiple times. I haven't been saving multiple times the last couple. Is the first two videos, but I usually save like lots of times when I play games. Yeah, let's close my preview, get back to the face cam. So I think next time I'm going to talk about introducing positive social interactions in life, which is way harder than reducing negative ones. But that'll be my topic for next time. Because there's not much to talk about in the game. We're just digging up some dirt and throwing it in a different spot. And I can't. There's not even much to narrate. I'll put the dirt in this square. Now I'll put it in this square. So I think maybe this would make a better streaming game, because you could kind of chat about whatever with the chat, and then just go about your business in the game. But I decided to do a let's play for many reasons. But actually we might talk about that in the next video, because that's relevant. So for now, I'm gonna stop the video, and I will see you guys then. Today's lesson is cut some negativity out of your life if you can. Some people are pretty good about that, keeping a really good balance of that kind of stuff, but I think a lot of us have a lot of negative influences in our life, whether it's negative people we need to distance ourselves from, or if it's negative habits that we have, like scrolling social media, or even things like watching a lot of short form content. These 15-minute videos, they're good, but don't watching lots of YouTube shorts or Instagram reels or your TikTok feed, watching lots of short form content can actually stress you out. It's okay to watch this stuff. I mean, a lot of people really enjoy that, and it's designed around sending you dopamine hits, because it's the same reason I scroll Reddit, because it's they're not videos, but on Reddit I'm seeing post after post after post, and you're getting little hits of dopamine by absorbing this content really fast. But that can contribute to dopamine addiction, and it can just stress you out in general, and it can make your attention span worse, and then it'll be harder for you to enjoy long form content like games and movies and stuff like that. And in general, maybe cut down on that, or get rid of a social media platform that isn't bringing you a lot of joy, that kind of thing. Cut out some kind of negative social interactions in your life if you can. That's my advice to you today. Let's work on this self-improvement journey together, which I have not done much yet. I'm mostly just talking about it now, but this is the things I want to work on going forward. And I think getting back on my medications recently, and cutting out that toxic friendship have been the first big steps for me. And so talking about all this stuff here is going to help me keep the momentum moving forward, and hopefully can help inspire you guys to think more about keeping yourself mentally and physically in a decent shape. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.